Cheat on me? Good luck using your account. Here's some background. I was with my ex for almost 4 years. He was a good guy up until a year before we broke up, when he started cheating on me. When we finally broke up, I was able to get some revenge. One year for Christmas, I got him a used PS4. We set up our accounts in such a way that mine was the parent account and his was the child, so he could play my games. Another feature of this setup was that the parent account can lock the child account out of playing. He knew this when we set it up and said it didn't bother him. When we broke up, he refused to stop playing the games I bought for me on my account, claiming he couldn't stop. Soon after that, I locked everything on his account. His account will automatically log out if he tries, and he can't do anything to stop it. Before anyone says anything, I paid for everything when it came to that console. All of his games, his membership, everything. He was unemployed for most of our relationship and never paid for his own things. And Jay, if you ever read this, F you. Yeah, fuck you, Jay. Unemployed and cheating. Jay's a real winner. I wonder how much he was mooching off the others too. Beautifully executed. Setting up the account the way you did really paid off. Face with tears of joy. Also, F you, Jay. These guys never think about the consequences of their actions. If he was so addicted to the games, not working, and knew he had a child account, why risk losing it all? But he had to play with fire. Good for you for teaching him a valuable lesson. Maybe it's time he get a job and start paying for his own things. Gasp, like an adult. Hi List the First, your ex-boyfriend used you. That was a very good move. When you set up the PS4, you had the parent account and he had the child account. I have one question for you. Why didn't he work when you were dating this loser? Fuck you, Jay. He wasn't a good guy from the start if he was unemployed for most of your relationship. He used you. Good on you though, for getting out of that situation and cutting him off. No free rides. So I got a couple of things to say here. You don't need a child account on a PS4 to play your games. Just a separate account. I see what you did. F him. Rolling on the floor laughing, 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 rolling on the floor laughing. My ex tried pulling this shit. I logged him out of everything and changed the passwords. I bought and paid for everything throughout the whole relationship. Console, memberships, games, BU by Leech. Perfect last sentence. Upvote for you. I feel you on this one. I had added a phone to my account for my ex, and after we broke up, he was going to transfer the phone to his own account, but in the meantime, he stopped paying for his portion of the bill for several months in a row. He kept on making partial payments, so when I was confident that that was the most he'd be paying, he was still several months behind. No excuses, I simply shut his phone off. I have a friend that also did this with her lying, coke snorting, cheating, abusive baby daddy. When she finally got away from him, she locked him out and deleted all his saved info. He actually had the stones to try and physically go after her for it, which just helped her case for a restraining order. This foo Jay. All my homies hate Jay. Jay, take a flying fuck off a rolling donut. Good for you, OP. Let his AP pay his way now. Middle finger light skin tone you Jay. In case it hasn't been said already, F you Jay. Yeah, Jay, FCKU, cheater. Jay is lucky you charitably allowed him to live and you didn't even disfigure him. You are very kind and insanely forgiving. May he endure weeks of torture and humiliation, and may you find a human being to date instead of that undermensch fleshy tumor that masquerades as a person. He was a good guy up until a year before we broke up, when he started cheating on me. Before anyone says anything, I paid for everything when it came to that console. All of his games, his membership, everything. He was unemployed for most of our relationship and never paid for his own things. This guy had the most chill girlfriend of all time and fucking blew it. No job, played video games all day, all he had to do was not cheat. Fuck you, Jay, your behavior is typical of a man who is known by one fucking letter. Now he can go play with himself. Jay was either very good looking or the god of sex to have a so as willing to give him what you did. This dude is a douche canoe of the highest order, and I'm glad you finally had the spell broken that kept you together. Good luck going forward, and you did nothing wrong. You paid for his shit and he still cheated? This nigga brought this on himself. Jay can go outside and play hide and go fuck yourself. F you, Jay. Fuck you, Jay. Fuck Jay. He sounds like a real winner. If you end up taking it a step further, certain games have kill ratios like COD. If you want to really fuck with him, tank those ratios, unlock for a bit so he can see how shitty his stats are, then relock the account. Good for you, OP. Fuck you, Jay. I want to be like Jay when I grow up. S. Yeah, JFU. Suck a big bag of donkey dicks, Jay, you fucking slacker. He was unemployed for most of your relationship and you call that good guy? I see he met her at church. If that's your church or not, I'd make sure that everyone at that church knows what he did and how he lied. I wouldn't let Jay get off that easy. Sleazy Jay would get shamed publicly in front of the church for all to see. I'm sure they wouldn't care, but I'd make it uncomfortable for him. Can't say I'm sorry for your loss, but happy for your improved quality of life. Go be happy. 100J is fuming LMAO. Even better if he has to can't play today somebody. Love the end. And I agree, your ex is an asshole. Good thing he learned his lesson. F you, Jay. F you, Jay. Sounds like my ex-husband right down to the name. He is now referred to as Asshole Joe. Never worked an honest day in the 4 years we were together. I made the mistake of marrying this idiot. I will get my revenge though when he dies. I'll make sure to collect that social security check. F you, Jay, and the hoe you wrote out on. A guy that is unemployed and spends time all day to play video games all day is a huge red flag. Sadly, that was me until 27. Looking back, I was not worth dating until I learned social skills and delayed gratification. The only upside was that I played so much back then, that video games all seem the same and bore me now. Fuck you, Jay. Thank you, your revenge is delicious. He was unemployed for most of our relationship and never paid for his own things. This was your mistake, girl, you were literally his mother and he was the child. Love it. God damn it, Jason. Fuck you, Jay, cunty little twat. He can jailbreak the account. Or contact PlayStation HQ and get it unlocked. But also, fuck you, Jay. F you, Jay. Yeah, fuck Jay. He sounds like a real douche. I'll never understand how these bums even get GFS. Granted, I'm not a bum and do have a GF. I feel like most women have a lot of options. Are there just that few decent ones? I just don't get why women go for unemployed guys. Good guy, unemployed and didn't pay for shit the entire relationship. I'm glad you threw trash away. Y'all with the fuck you, Jay, no, I wholeheartedly hope Jay will never fuck again. Why are dudes that cheat often unemployed moochers?